Hello everyone, this is Takamichi from Japan. Today I'm sharing a one-night, two-day trip to Shizuoka. The hotel featured in this video offers top-class service at an unbelievably low price, so be sure to check it out. Our starting point is Odawara City in Kanagawa Prefecture. From here, we're driving down to Shimoda in Shizuoka Prefecture. The view from the car is nothing but the ocean and mountains. Right now, we are passing along the coast of Manazuru and Otami. Otami is packed with surfers during August and September, and it's also full of resort facilities, making it a great tourist spot. By the way, the weather is really pleasant. We're filming this on September 28th, and the breeze feels so nice that just wearing a t-shirt is perfectly comfortable. We made a quick stop at a local community-based supermarket for a restroom break, and to stay hydrated, I grabbed some apple juice from Aomori Prefecture. Next, we continued driving deeper into the mountain roads. Along the way, we came across an Asian goods shop and decided to step inside. Here, they sell stylish items purchased directly from Bangkok. This decorative tie ornament looks quite luxurious, but surprisingly, it's only about $11.3. Shops like this, with their unique and cozy atmosphere, are really nice. But speaking from a business perspective, I doubt she's making much profit. The owner seems to be passionate about Thailand and is probably running the store more as a hobby rather than for sales. That said, the shop is literally built on the edge of a cliff, with the ocean right below. If there were ever a landslide, I wonder if it would be safe. From there, we continued further along the mountain road. For lunch, we stopped by a Senegalese restaurant. Senegalese cuisine is quite rare in Japan, but it seems to be popular among the locals here. As soon as we walked in, we saw a Senegalese man dressed in flashy clothing. Since we'll be having dinner at the hotel later, I didn't want to overeat. So for now, I ordered a small portion of a dish called couscous. The flavor was overall pretty strong, with chicken served on top of finely grained rice. Even though it was a small size, the portion was still quite large. Next up was fataya, a dish with thick dumpling-like skin. On its own, the flavor was rather plain, so I added some of the sauce on the side to give it more taste. Finally, we arrived at our destination, Shimoda City in Shizuoka Prefecture, where we'll be staying at a hotel tonight. Shimoda is historically famous for Commodore Perry, the man who once pressured Japan to open its borders. We headed to Shimoda Port, where Perry's black ships once arrived. Inside the facility, there were plenty of souvenirs and goods related to Perry. It's fascinating to see how a man who was once considered Japan's enemy has, over time, become the face of a major tourist attraction. In fact, by forcing Japan to open up, Perry indirectly paved the way for international trade and economic growth. So in that sense, I don't think we can see him as purely a villain. Near Shimoda Port, we stopped by a popular ice cream shop, where two friendly and cute staff members were working. Finally, it was time to check in at our hotel for this trip, the Shimoda View Hotel. This hotel was founded in 1972 and hasn't been fully renovated since, but inside it's kept very clean and tidy. I was surprised to find that the hotel has a training gym, a bar, and even a ramen shop. The gym is free to use as long as you bring your own shoes. Since it's an older hotel, the ceilings are quite low. That's actually because the average height of Japanese people was shorter back then. When I entered the room, it turned out to be a traditional tatami-style room. For Japanese people, tatami brings a sense of nostalgia and a calm, relaxing feeling. And then came the biggest surprise, the breathtaking view. Stretching out before me was a clear, endless expanse of blue ocean. What's even more impressive is the price. This hotel offers such stunning views, 2 meals a day, and hot spring baths for only 8,580 yen, about 57.60 US dollars. If you were to receive the same level of service at another hotel, it would easily cost over 20,000 yen. So this is less than half the usual price. After relaxing in the room for a while, I headed down to the hot spring facilities. The hot spring was very relaxing. Since photography is not allowed inside, it's something to look forward to when you actually visit. After getting out of the bath, while I was drying my hair with a dryer, an elderly staff lady was mumbling something about cosmetics. She seemed troubled and started talking to me. She asked, "Do men even use cosmetics?" I replied, "Some do, depending on the person." Out of curiosity, I tried putting some of the cosmetic lotion on my hand, and it foamed up. It turned out that she had mistakenly poured shampoo into the lotion bottle. But I had absolutely no intention of blaming her. She was working hard despite her old age, and in her generation, it was uncommon for men to use cosmetic products. It's only natural that she wouldn't really understand what lotion is. At 6 p.m, it was time for dinner, so I headed to the restaurant on the 8th floor. The meal was served course by course, with beautifully prepared dishes arriving one after another. Overall, the menu was quite healthy and made with plenty of seasonal ingredients. The flavors were distinctly Japanese, especially with lots of fish dishes like sashimi. Most Japanese people enjoy fish, but for many foreigners, it can actually be a bit difficult to eat. So this hotel's dinner might not be the best choice for those who aren't into seafood. The thick slices of tuna were especially delicious when paired with rice. Looking around the dining hall, I noticed that all the guests were Japanese, but interestingly, many of the staff members were from Vietnam. Their Japanese was slightly broken, but still understandable. Seeing more and more foreigners working in Japan really makes me feel the impact of Japan's declining population and aging society. At the same time, I think their hard work is a huge help to companies struggling with labor shortages. Toward the end, I added dashi broth, a beaten egg, and some rice to make zosui a warm, comforting porridge. Finally, the meal was finished off with dessert, sesame pudding and fresh fruit. When I returned to my room, the futon had already been laid out. In traditional Japanese inns, staff prepare the bedding while guests are away having dinner. After soaking in the hot spring and enjoying a delicious meal, nothing feels better than sinking into a fluffy futon. I'll sleep well tonight. Good night. The next morning, after another soak in the hot spring, I headed to the same dining hall for breakfast. This time, instead of a course meal, it was a buffet. There was a wide variety of dishes, but the popular tuna ran out in just about 15 minutes. After checking out, I stopped by a shrine near the hotel to offer a prayer. On the staircase leading up, there were signs with proverbs posted at regular intervals. On the way back toward Odawara, I decided to visit to different ice cream shops in Shizuoka. The first shop is best known for its salted caramel ice cream. It reminded me of the huge boom in raw salted caramel that once took place in Japan. Instead of eating caramel as it is, adding it into ice cream is such a great idea. Next, I came across another Asian goods store along the mountain road. Unlike the smaller shop I visited earlier, this one was much larger with a wider selection. There were plenty of unique items imported from Bali. Just browsing was entertaining. But since I live more of a minimalist lifestyle, I wasn't interested in ornaments or trinkets. If anything, I thought the stylish t-shirts from Thailand looked nice. The second ice cream shop specialized in honey-flavored ice cream. The interior was stylish and well designed. They also sold jars of honey, though the price was quite high. But after tasting the ice cream topped with honey sauce, I realized how extraordinary it was. It was on a completely different level from regular honey, and I felt it was worth the price. Thank you so much for watching until the end. In the next video, I'll be showing you some surprising hidden spots in Yamanashi Prefecture. Stay tuned.